Want to sit here and make this video about emphasizing on not caring about how people live their lives, and not in terms of saving people, but in terms of quit caring about how people are living their lives. And I said that because it's coming to a point where you shouldn't be worried about, if it's not saving people or letting people know what's going on or converting them to God whenever you get the chance. Don't even, it's not worth it. When I say stuff like, when I said that something happened, again, after every time I say something, I said, quit caring about how other people live their lives and focus on yours, because what's going on now is bigger than you. You cannot afford to basically sit here and be concerned about everybody's life when you have to worry about your own. And I said that, and then literally the Met Gala or whatever it's called, where they have art and all this other stuff, Lil Nas X was there and all these celebrities. Who cares? Who cares about how these people are living their lives? These people are going to hell. These people are demons. Some of them, not all of them. And a lot of other stuff. Who cares? It's a fashion show. And then, of course, just like everything else that goes on, this chick called AOC, she's a long, complicated name. I hate that lady's guts. She's literally living proof. I don't know if she can perfectly troll people. TROLL, troll people on purpose, or if she's just instinctively dumb or what. But she went to a $30,000 or $1,000, more than thousands of dollars, a ceremony or award show, whatever the case is, where people show fashion, and she's wearing a dress called saying "tax the rich," which is a typical. People were pointing this out on the internet. It went viral. I don't watch this stuff because I talk about on here how I just do my business that I run on Instagram, watch anime, cartoons, live my life. And that's it. I'm an entertainer. I'm not a ministry person. I'm just an entertainer, and that's it. So that she had that dress, that sort of triggered me a little bit. Not gonna lie, it did. And she has a dress saying "tax the rich," even though she's part of that club, that secret society, and she knows the inside joke. The inside joke is, well, can't really come out and say what the joke is, but at this point, it should be obvious they want to kill you. It's in the Georgia Guidestones. Maintain the population at 500 million. I used to remember that. Oh my God. But anyway, and she's in on the big joke. She's also the same person. I was watching Candace Owens, and she said how labeling women like this dumb stuff that I can't even deal that I'm glad this is going on, because when things hit the fan, I don't even want to hear this stuff about how women, instead of breastfeeding, they call it chest feeding, which is retarded. Something about it's not menstruating. It's God. I forgot what Candace Owens said, but she talked about that. And AOC couldn't even say the term women. And there's actually a thing that's going on in the Latina community where they have Latinx. Instead of saying Latina, Latina, they have it where they put a X in replacement of the A at the end of the A in Latina, and they call it Latinx, whatever that means, whatever that's slang for. And then it's also another thing where if you have the word women, WOMEN, and you put an X in women, and you call it Wixmen or WXMEN. I can't even with these people. Who cares how these people are living their lives? If these people aren't saying anything of significance, you should be focusing on who you are, and you should be focusing on God, because it's getting to a point now where next year things are gradually speeding up. Things are gradually not going at the pace that these people want it to go, and things are accelerating. So next year, something has to happen. It hasn't even been a full year yet, and already so much is going on that I can't even talk about in one video. And it's that. And also, there are certain things that at this point, if you know about stuff, you don't celebrate stuff, that's fine, that's cool, that's dandy, live your life. But if somebody's going to sit here and celebrate Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Christmas, which are all pagan, except for Thanksgiving, which is blasphemous, really. Who cares? If a person is going to sit there and go to a Halloween party, guess what? By next year or 2 years from now, I can't even imagine what next year is going to be like, because every month something new is happening. If somebody wants to go to a Halloween party, Christmas party, Valentine's Day party, whatever the case is, let them be. Let them live their life, especially if they're medicated, like they're already hopeless. But if they're not, if they're an average person, let an individual enjoy their life, because pretty soon you won't be able to do any of those things. And Australia is a real good example of this. And when I'm sitting over here talking about this, because I want to emphasize on just not being too religious, because then you get into the spirit of religion and you get into being a Puritan, and Puritans were extremely religious people. I want to sit here and I want to talk about also the entertainment. And hold on. I want to sit here and I want to talk about entertainment. I'm in the video games. I talk about that stuff, and I pay attention to a lot of things. You should, how these movies, not Marvel, but Disney and a lot of other companies are coming out and saying this movie is supposed to be coming out next year, next month. They actually released, they have a gaming award ceremony where they said, they revealed Spider-Man 2, a Wolverine game, and they revealed a Star Wars game, and they revealed something else. All this stuff is supposed to be coming out 2 years from now. 2 long years from now. They're doing this. It's a marketing ploy to give you hope and hope for things. If you have hope in saying that things are going to be normal or whatever the case is, it's just a marketing ploy to get you basically to sell your soul out to get a video game, or entertainment really. And also, it's just a marketing ploy and a tactic that the devil is using to give you hope, so you can entertain yourself and not be focused on what's currently going on. Like, people are talking about food shortages, people are talking about stocking up, people are talking about shift change videos. I make it, a lot of other people make these videos, a lot of other stuff. And then there's also, the devil doesn't want you being focused on these things. The devil wants you being focused on what's going on currently in the world, and with these job shortages and all this other stuff. And once you focus on these stupid celebrities that virtually 90% of them are going to hell anyway. And this is also information. I meet people, I talk to people, and one thing is that these movies and these video games that come out, that these people announce, they're already done. I'm not going to fully sit here and say that they're already done, but even though they're giving you a false sense of hope, some of these games and these movies are done. They just show you screenshots, they show you footage, articles, and all this other stuff, and they say, oh, well, this is going good and all this other stuff, when all this stuff is already done. So when you see, like, for example, Zack Snyder came out with the movie, I forgot what it was called, but it has something to do with people being stuck in quarantine. It had to do with some romance stuff. It talks about the military coming to people's houses, all this other stuff. That movie came out, what, like this year, last year, or the year before? And fun fact, I was reading, I have a personal Instagram page, not just my business page, but I have like 3 Instagram accounts. I got my business account, my personal account, and I have a backup account where I post information. And on my personal page, I follow people, and somebody that actually works in the movie industry and that actually is not a producer or whatever the case is, works on the set, it has been part of the entertainment industry or is just a normal worker. The guy said that when that movie came out, that Zack Snyder released, I forgot the name of it. When that movie came out, it was already done. It takes 2 years for a movie to be done. Or if it's under the radar and nobody knows what's going on or whatever the case is, it gets done within a year or whatever the case is. Technically, it only takes, and to also emphasize on this stuff, it technically only takes these people for a TV show or a movie or a video game or whatever the case is. Video games are probably different. It only takes these people a year to literally sit here and release something, but they say it takes 2 years so they can give the workers breaks, they can do editing, they can get the bugs out for stuff like video games, they can edit footage on cameras and a lot of other things. So this stuff is already done within the span of a year. And then, then there's also, for people that like video games, such as myself, they give this stuff to people that are game testers, in which case the game already came out, bro, and you're testing it. And you're getting people hyped for a game that hasn't even come out yet within a span of a year. Then there's like other stuff like, having a degree to do all that other stuff. But you don't even have to have a degree in order to play these video games, when literally if you're a big known YouTuber and you don't even have a degree for that, which is pretty much useless anyway, they'll just send it to you for free. Whereas everybody else, they have to wait until it gets on the shelves or until it's on the PlayStation Store, Xbox, or whatever the case is. And speaking of which, of when they ship these games, somebody told me a long time ago when I was 19 or 20, they told me that, I think this is when Kmart was around. I don't even know if Kmart still exists, but places like Kmart, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, they have these games in stock before months or a year before it even is released to the general public. It's just sitting there in the warehouse somewhere waiting to be opened up and shipped to the stores to the point where people can actually buy it. So this stuff is already done. They're showing stuff to people in terms of entertainment as a marketing ploy to get people to give people this adrenaline rush and this high or whatever the case is, to give them a false sense of hope, to be focused on something that's not even important as literally what's going on, stocking up food. People were complaining about wiping their butt, during quarantine, but you should be stacking up on stuff, which is why I started working a second job. And stuff's already done. They control the entertainment industry, And so they control the entertainment industry. And I remember reading something a long time ago from somebody that was a Illuminati, ex-Illuminati person. They turned Christian. And they were saying that when it comes to Hollywood, with all these superhero movies, these TV shows, and all this other stuff, 99% of what you see is regurgitated, it's repeated, it's the same thing over and over again. And none of these people write the scripts at all whatsoever. For an original idea to come out in Hollywood is 1 out of a billion. You take any original movie you've ever seen, put it in one corner and put everything that's the same regurgitated idea that's been around since the 40s or 50s and put it in another box that's being repeated and has the same message over and over again. And you will have the same thing being repeated over and over again. So these scripts like stuff for Spider-Man and movie, like these comic book movies. You know, I like comic books and all this other stuff, but I call it for what it is. The stuff's already written. The complex ideas, the actors that they want to have started out, it's already worked out. It's already done. They just tell people and they hide this information from the general public because they don't want them knowing, which is why a lot of people say that nothing original in Hollywood comes out anymore. So I just want to sit here and say that, not to be focused on entertainment, you know, let people live their lives. Like, you know, there's really, at this point, who cares? You should care about what you care about, and that's it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say you shouldn't minister to people or whatever. That's on you. I do that in my personal life when I meet people, but it's not forced. I would suggest you do that. You minister to people, you tell people the truth, etc. But also at the same time, if people want to live their lives and, you know, be ignorant or whatever the case is, let them be ignorant. I mean, Noah let them be ignorant, and, you know, see where that got them. Lot let them be ignorant. Well, Lot's a different story, but so that and just worry about. Also, I want to sit here and say that there are certain things that you should be worried about. Currently, you should be worried about, shift change, what God hasn't planned in store, but you should also be concerned about, food shortages and a lot of other things that are going on. You shouldn't be worried about if somebody's, what is it? I want to say something. If somebody's playing a video game, or if somebody likes something or is being entertained about something, there are certain things that you should worry about, like it's died down, but this topic about Texas banning people that something about Texas and abortions or whatever. Like, I don't really care for that stuff unless it's, I care about it, but also at the same time, outside of what I know personally, I don't care about it because I'm not going to sit here and regulate people and their bodies and what they do and all this other stuff. Like, there's certain stuff I don't care about. This isn't just about me being a man or whatever the case is. There's certain things that I really just don't care about, considering literally my job's about to get shut down since we have no workers. Literally, that stuff's something you should be caring about. All these articles and the stuff that you constantly see here, that you see going on, where people are posting stuff about abortions, having these, then there's the medicated, the unmedicated, all this other stuff. I don't even care about that stuff at this point because I already know what's going to happen, and that's pretty much it. But Call for an Uprising said that basically the Church of Satan basically stepped in when it came to the abortion stuff in Texas or whatever the case is. So now people, if they actually want an abortion, they have to join the Church of Satan or getting rid of rights and all this other stuff. Congrats. I talked about it before in some of my earlier videos about how legal murder, they talk about in The Purge, the Hunger Games, where murder will literally be legal. I talked about this stuff, how I have it planned in one of my novels. I didn't expect it to actually happen in real life. Like, these are things that shouldn't even surprise you. So, that and yeah, and then I got to make another video about stuff that I've been excluding from some of my earlier videos that I forgot, but I'll do that later on throughout the day. But I hope you guys like this video. Once again, this is like my third or fourth video. Yeah, that's it. And if you personally want to contact me with any information, you can contact me on my business page on Facebook. It is Paul, Paultruther, Paul Truther. Message me. I'll reply instantly. If I don't, I always communicate. Also want to sit here and say that don't follow me on Instagram if I'm a filtered person on YouTube, because this is just stuff that originally this channel was supposed to be stuff about comic books and all this other stuff. But now it's just stuff where God gives me a message. I say my message and I go on about my day. I said before how I'm an entertainer, so don't message me on my Instagram page and then, get outraged and, saying like, oh my gosh, you're a hypocrite, all this other stuff. It's not directed towards anybody. It's just the fact that, I live my life and that's it. I do music, I do poetry. Pretty soon I'll be knowing how to draw. Thank God, and I also am stepping my foot into comedy. So if you see something or whatever the case is, don't be outraged by it. I'm just letting you know, giving you a heads up ahead of time. So, you don't say, you sit here and say, all this other stuff. I'm still the same person I am on YouTube, just like how I am on Instagram. I'm not a fake person. I'm just someone that God speaks through. I'm 100 wholly authentic, and I'm real. And I just say these things. So in that, and so just don't contact me on Instagram if you're somebody that's easily triggered or whatever the case is. Just contact me on Facebook. Literally, I prefer if you message me on Facebook, considering I have fans that I talk to, and I message people for business purposes and a lot of other things. So that. And and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Hope you guys got something from this, and that's pretty much it. So God bless you.